Xiao struggled to lift his head and looked toward Yu Xian, his voice slightly trembling. The mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree. The mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree, a top-tier medicinal treasure, was something Xiao was all too familiar with. To an alchemist, the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree was regarded as a sacred artifact, compared to heavenly flames, which only enhanced pill quality and success rates. The allure of the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree was far greater. Rumors had circulated throughout the world for ages. Those who obtain the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree shall enter the sacred realm. With the imperial realm-level soul power that came with it, one could gain various advantages over other Do-D experts of the same level. And as for reaching the sacred realm, for Xiao, it would be like adding wings to a tiger. Sacred realm-level soul power was identical to that of a Do-Xian expert. Moreover, Xiao advancement in soul power owed much to his unique identity as an alchemist. Achieving sacred realm-level soul power was something even the master of Pill Valley, one of the top super sects in the mystic three heavens, had yet to attain. The moment Yu Xian finished speaking, Xiao heart stirred with excitement. To think it's the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree. The Golden Dragon King visibly reacted, his massive body trembling slightly as he struggled to utter the words. The Golden Dragon King, of course, understood the immense value of the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree, and his heart, too, was moved. After all, restoring his soul power wouldn't require the entire mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree. In fact, it could also help Xiao ascend to sacred realm-level soul power. It would be the perfect win-win situation. I agree to your terms. After a brief moment of contemplation, the Golden Dragon King slowly spoke. Thank you, my lord. Yu Xian bowed deeply in respect. Don't thank me just yet, the Golden Dragon King interrupted. Right now, my soul power isn't enough to help you avenge your clan, and I won't do anything that goes against my principles either. Despite agreeing to the transaction, the Golden Dragon King was cautious. If Yu Xian asked him to kill the Xinling King, that would be out of the question. After all, in his current state as a soul form, it would be dangerous for him to appear in public. Many people knew of the renowned Golden Dragon King, and revealing himself too soon could bring fatal consequences. There were still many matters the Golden Dragon King wished to resolve. Haha, what I ask of you is nothing of the sort. Yu Xian chuckled, seemingly unsurprised by the Golden Dragon King's words. Then what is it? The Golden Dragon King asked, curious. My lord, what I seek is not vengeance, but the rescue of the last member of my heaven-eyed fish clan. Yu Xian's voice rose in passion, and he respectfully clasped his hands in a plea. I beg you, my lord, save her, so that the bloodline of the heaven-eyed fish may live on. What are you talking about? The Golden Dragon King was puzzled. Hadn't the heaven-eyed fish clan been wiped out by the Xinling royal family? How could there still be a survivor? To be honest, my lord, Yu Xian began. When the Xinling royal family attacked my heaven-eyed fish clan, I sensed the impending disaster and, using all the means at my disposal, sealed my newborn daughter away. That way, she narrowly escaped the massacre. I have no idea what's become of her now. Yu Xian's voice was filled with deep affection as he spoke. A seal? Xiao pupils contracted at the mention of it. He had heard long ago that certain individuals possessed powerful sealing techniques. These seals could temporarily suppress a person's strength or even their life force. This allowed them to avoid pursuit from powerful enemies. Xiao hadn't expected Yu Xian to possess such profound battle skills, and his curiosity toward Yu Xian grew. Thousands of years have passed. I fear. The Golden Dragon King's face darkened, worry etched across his features. Given his extensive knowledge and experience, the Golden Dragon King understood that even with a life-sealing technique, after several millennia, the outcome was uncertain. The sealing technique of the Heaven-Eyed Fish Clan is rather unique, Yu Xian reassured. Even after thousands of years, my daughter would still be in her original state. In fact, the seal should be nearing its end about now. It's likely she has less than a year remaining. Yu Xian glanced at Xiao as he spoke. In that case, this transaction is worthwhile. The Golden Dragon King smiled. I accept your offer. This is a conch, Yu Xian said. summoning a deep brown conch shell that floated toward Xiao. When you approach my daughter's location, it will emit a burning heat and guide you to her. I sealed her on the territory of the Medusa clan. To prevent discovery, even my remnant soul doesn't know the exact location. The conch flew into Xiaoyan's hands, and as soon as he touched it, a vast oceanic aura emanated from the shell. Rest assured, Senior, Xiaoyan said, since we've agreed, both my master and I will ensure this task is completed. Thank you, Yuxian said, bowing again. As for the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree, it's being secretly guarded by the Xinling royal family. Even a Douxian expert can't absorb its power without a special method. If one attempts it without proper preparation, they won't even be able to break through its defenses, Yuxian explained, revealing more information now that the deal had been struck. Indeed, even at my peak, I wouldn't dare recklessly absorb it. I doubt the Xinling royal family can use it either, the Golden Dragon King mused with a smile. The mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree is located on the 6th level of the Xinling royal family's underground palace. Yuxian continued. The 6th level? Xiaoyan muttered, knowing that the underground palace had 7 layers, each containing vast treasures. The Xinling imperial pool, where they had been, was only located on the 1st level. Yet Xiaoyan hadn't discovered a passage to the 2nd level when they were there. Are you certain it's on the 6th level? The Golden Dragon King asked cautiously. What if the Xinling royal family moved it in secret? His wariness, born from experience, suggested the possibility of a trap. My lord, you can rest assured. The mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree is deeply rooted. Even a Douxian expert wouldn't dare to recklessly move it, as doing so would trigger a massive energy surge that the Xinling royal family couldn't afford to handle, Yuxian explained, easing the Golden Dragon King's concerns. Moreover, I share a connection with the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree, and I can confirm without a doubt that it remains on the 6th level of the underground palace. That's a relief, the Golden Dragon King said, feeling reassured as Yuxian had addressed his main worry. Though the underground palace is filled with treasures, it also holds many dangers. After all, opportunity and risk always go hand in hand, Yuxian added, directing his words toward Xiaoyan. With Xiaoyan's current strength as a mid-4-star Dou-D, attempting to infiltrate the underground palace, heavily guarded by the Xinling royal family, would be no different than trying to climb to the heavens. Since the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree is located on the 6th level of the Xinling royal family's underground palace, it simplifies things quite a bit, the Golden Dragon King said with a smile, though the excitement in his voice was impossible to conceal. One way or another, they had to obtain the mother of the Celestial Bodhi Tree. Once his soul power was restored to its peak, and given enough time, Xiaoyan could acquire a sacred flame to help the Golden Dragon King reforge his body, allowing him to be reborn once again. But there's something you must keep in mind, my lord, Yuxian cautioned. The Xinling royal family members possess a peculiar flame power. I don't know its exact origin, but each of their powerful warriors carries this flame energy to varying degrees. That flame energy is particularly devastating to us of the Heaven-Eyed Fish clan, Yuxian continued. And if my guess is correct, their flame power is even stronger than the flame this young man wields. He looked at Xiaoyan, clearly explaining this key detail to avoid any misunderstandings that could jeopardize the rescue of his daughter. Oh! The Golden Dragon King's eyes narrowed in thought, aware of Xiaoyan's formidable flame power, which had fused 23 different heavenly flames into a new and terrifying force. For the Xinling royal family to possess an even stronger flame power, it could only be a sacred flame. I still remember the day the Xinling royal family first arrived in the mystic 3 heavens, Yuxian recounted. They tried to seize the Do Chirich mountains of the northern super sects, but were driven away. Eventually, they came to the central region of the mystic 3 heavens, where they discovered the territory of our Heaven-Eyed Fish clan. I vividly remember that the leader of the Xinling royal family at the time was a peak Dou-D expert. After finding the treasures hidden deep within our clan's vast underground river, they gathered many powerful warriors and launched a massive assault while we were resting, wiping out the Heaven-Eyed Fish clan. But the Xinling royal family paid a heavy price for it, Yuxian said grimly. After that battle, the Xinling royal family rose to power, growing stronger by absorbing the wealth of our heaven-eyed fish clan, until they became the mighty force they are today. However, many of the warriors summoned by the Xianling royal family's founder wielded flame energy that completely suppressed our clan, which led to our rapid downfall, Yuxian explained. Flame energy? Xiaoyan murmured to himself. Senior, do you recall the nature of that flame energy? Xiaoyan asked, his curiosity piqued. That flame. I remember feeling a deep fear as if my very soul was being burned. Yuxian's face darkened at the memory. Its power was overwhelming. Fear. Xiaoyan was puzzled. A feeling of fear that could burn one's soul indicated an extremely high level of flame power, one that could only be confronted with sufficient soul strength. However, Yuxian continued, I recall that the Xianling royal family's founder suffered a backlash from the flame when he attacked us. From what I sensed, it seemed that the flame wasn't something willingly attached to him. Rather, it felt as though he was suppressing it, controlling it against its will. I sensed a strong resistance from within the flame, Yuxian explained. A backlash? Xiao Yan's frown suddenly turned to delight as he heard this. If the Xianling royal family's founder had suffered a backlash from a sacred flame centuries ago, there might still be lingering aftereffects. Furthermore, if the flame was forcefully absorbed, it might not have been fully devoured. Forcefully suppressing a sacred flame would require immense strength, much like his ancestor Xiaoxian, who used his peak 9-star Do Shang power to suppress 3 heavenly flames. But such suppression had its limits. Once control was lost, the eruption of a sacred flame's power would be catastrophic. Heh, don't get ahead of yourself, the Golden Dragon King remarked, noticing Xiao Yan's excitement. I understand, but it seems there's indeed a sacred flame hidden within the Xianling royal family, Xiao Yan grinned. That makes things easier. Having a target is better than searching aimlessly like looking for a needle in a haystack, Xiao Yan chuckled. His flame mantra, which had only just reached the immortal tier, was still at its base level. But if he could devour the sacred flame, Xiao Yan was confident that his advantage in battle would make him invincible among those of the same level. Rest assured, Senior, Xiao Yan said as he touched the deep brown conch, stowing it away carefully. We will rescue your daughter. Though I can't say for certain whether the flame possessed by the Xianling royal family's founder is the sacred flame you mentioned, one thing is clear. In the 7th and final level of the underground palace, I sensed something very familiar. Yuxian's voice trailed off, his gaze lost in the endless void as he continued to speak. That presence resembles the flame energy that was attached to the Xianling royal family's founder all those years ago. But I also sensed faint, hidden ripples, as though something very precious is being guarded there. Yuxian said thoughtfully. The 7th level of the underground palace. Xiao Yan murmured, unable to conceal his excitement. If the sacred flame truly resided within the Xianling royal family's underground palace, then it was only a matter of waiting for the right opportunity. But let me warn you, Yuxian said, breaking Xiao Yan's reverie. The Xianling royal family seems to have close ties with certain forces from the ghost realm. In the 7th level of the underground palace, there will undoubtedly be Do Xian level experts guarding it. You'd best think carefully before proceeding. Haha, the 7th level. I'll go there eventually, and as for Do Xian's? The Golden Dragon King chuckled coldly, releasing a vast aura that slowly filled the space. This energy. Yuxian's eyes widened in shock. It's at the half-immortal level. He was stunned to realize that the Golden Dragon King's soul energy alone had reached such a terrifying level. If the Golden Dragon King could fully restore his soul and regain a body, his strength would be beyond imagination. Cough cough. Even Xiao Yan, overwhelmed by the oppressive aura, was forced to kneel, unable to withstand the half-immortal level pressure. Your request is noted. Rest easy, the Golden Dragon King said, withdrawing his energy. When I make a promise, it cannot be broken. As his words faded, a resounding dragon roar echoed through the passage. This, the aura of the Golden Dragon King. Even Yuxian recognized the presence of the Dragon King, a legendary figure known throughout the human world. The Dragon Clan had long been revered, not only for their resistance against the extraterritorial evil clan, but also for their unwavering honor. The Golden Dragon King's word was as good as gold. Ha! This remnant of my soul remained only for these matters. Now that everything is settled, I am relieved of a great burden, the Golden Dragon King said, his towering figure standing tall, while Yu Xian remained respectfully silent. You came here to enter the Xinling Imperial Pool, didn't you? The Golden Dragon King asked, turning his attention to Xiao Yin. Indeed, Senior. I seek to use the erase stone to enter the Imperial Pool, Xiao Yin replied, his tone now more assured, knowing that with their cooperation, Yu Xian wouldn't hinder him. After all, Yu Xian's strength was equivalent to a human 8-star Do D, and Xiao Yin wouldn't stand a chance in a direct confrontation. The Xinling Imperial Pool, huh? Yu Xian mused. It truly is a valuable resource. But what most don't know is that the Xinling Imperial Pool was originally the forbidden ground of my Heaven-Eyed Fish Clan. The Xinling royal family merely stumbled upon it, took control, and renamed it. Yu Xian continued, as I mentioned, the Xinling Imperial Pool was originally the forbidden ground of our Heaven-Eyed Fish Clan, but it was later invaded and taken over by the Xinling royal family, who renamed it the Xinling Imperial Pool. Do you know what the Xinling Imperial Pool truly is? Yu Xian asked with a smile, his gaze fixed on Xiao Yin. I've heard that the Xinling Imperial Pool is a unique river, with waters that can significantly enhance cultivation speed and offer many mysterious benefits. It's also rumored to be a stepping stone for 6-star Do D experts, so it's certainly no baseless myth, Xiao Yin replied, recounting what he had learned from Elder Zhu and his own observations. Yu Xian chuckled. That's all true, but it's only the tip of the iceberg. The real purpose of the Xinling Imperial Pool is to nurture the younger generation, Yu Xian explained. The pool is divided into 2 layers. The first layer accelerates the cultivator's training, albeit marginally, but it still has its uses. As for the second layer, it provides a baptism that helps one condense the embryonic form of a battle core. Yu Xian smiled, his words causing Xiao Yan's lips to dry slightly. A battle core embryo. Xiao Yan understood its significance perfectly. Forming a battle core was the mark of a Do Xian level expert. And the earlier one condensed the embryonic form, the stronger and more powerful it would become in the future. However, even within the Xinling royal family, few know the full truth about the Xinling Imperial Pool. Throughout history, only the current Xinling king has ever entered the second layer, Yu Xian added with a slow grin. The Xinling Imperial Pool has such secrets. Xiao Yin couldn't help but mutter, astonished. The pool was under the control of the Xinling royal family, so information about it was scarce. Having Yu Xian as a guide made everything much clearer. Senior, is there some secret between the first and second layers of the Xinling Imperial Pool? Xiao Yin asked, realizing something was amiss. Why has only one person managed to enter it in thousands of years? Yu Xian nodded confidently. As I said before, the Xinling Imperial Pool was originally the forbidden ground of our Heaven-Eyed Fish Clan. No one knows it better than I do. The pool exists in a peculiar space where time flows slowly. 1 month outside is equivalent to a year inside. However, one cannot stay for too long, as the Xinling Imperial Pool will eventually expel you. As for the entrance to the second layer, it is unknown to most. While everyone is aware of the benefits of the first layer, the gateway to the second remains a mystery. The conditions to enter the second layer are quite stringent, Yu Xian said, his tone turning serious. Stringent? Xiao Yan's expression darkened. He had come to the Xinling Imperial Pool for the very reason that the second layer could serve as a foundation for becoming a 6-star Do D. If the conditions were that harsh, his journey might not be as simple as he hoped. Yu Xian laughed. Don't be in such a hurry, young one. Since I have a favor to ask of you, I won't hold back when it comes to helping you. I'll guide you through the secrets of the Xinling Imperial Pool. Yu Xian glanced over at the Golden Dragon King, who appeared to be lounging lazily, but his fearsome presence still lingered. Yu Xian was reassured, knowing the Golden Dragon King's reputation. Since he had agreed to help, Yu Xian felt secure. Oh! Xiao Yan's spirits lifted at the news. Since the Xinling Imperial Pool had once been the forbidden ground of the Heaven-Eyed Fish Clan, it was clear that no one knew more about it than Yu Xian. The Xinling Imperial Pool was originally an ordinary river, Yu Xian began explaining. But after a meteorite fell into it, The river transformed into what we now call the Xinling Imperial Pool. Strangely, the mysterious energy radiating from the meteorite spread through the water, creating the pool we see today. The meteorite itself is located in the core of the second layer of the Xinling Imperial Pool. Training in the second layer, in proximity to the meteorite, offers even greater benefits, Yu Xian added, his tone calm but his words impactful. A mysterious meteorite. Xiao Yin was stunned. What kind of object could emit energy powerful enough to help one condense the embryonic form of a battle core? Even I don't know the true nature of the meteorite, Yu Xian admitted. But I can help you get close to it, so you can explore its secrets. Though my own strength cannot fully probe the depths of the Xinling Imperial Pool, I believe you may uncover something, Yu Xian said, turning his gaze toward the Golden Dragon King. A mysterious meteorite. The Golden Dragon King murmured, his eyes narrowing in thought. Thank you, Senior, Xiao Yin said respectfully. With such treasures hidden within the Xinling Imperial Pool, even the Xinling royal family might be unaware of what lay within. Haha, you agreeing to fulfill my last wish is already a great favor to me. So these small matters are trivial in comparison, Yu Xian responded humbly. He was already deeply grateful that the Golden Dragon King had agreed to save his daughter, and so he would do everything in his power to assist Xiao Yin. In order to enter the Xinling Imperial Pool, you must first gather 9 array stones to activate the 9 fish playing with dragon array, which guards the central altar. Once you activate the array and defeat the silver dragon, you will be granted entry to the Xinling Imperial Pool. However, entering the second layer will not be so simple. You must possess a token of the Heaven-Eyed Fish Clan to gain access, Yu Xian explained. A token? Xiao Yin murmured, retrieving the deep brown conch he had previously stored in his storage ring. Yes, that's it. This conch is called the Voice of the Sea, and it is an authentic immortal artifact, Yu Xian said with a smile, clearly fond of the item in Xiao Yan's hand. An immortal artifact? Xiao Yan's brow furrowed. When he had first received the conch, it felt like a normal object, devoid of any aura. He would never have guessed it was actually an immortal artifact. Immortal artifacts were incredibly powerful. Xiao Yin knew that if someone of his level wielded an immortal artifact, even he might not be guaranteed victory against them. Such artifacts could easily determine the outcome of a battle. He wasn't certain how his ancient ruler of heavenly flames compared, but he knew that, even with its weapon spirit, it was still far from matching the power of a true immortal artifact. Haha, don't underestimate the Voice of the Sea. It's an immortal artifact, but it's currently in a sealed state. Once my daughter is found, the conch will reveal its true power, Yu Xian explained with a smile. A sealed immortal artifact. Xiao Yin shook his head in both awe and frustration. He was envious of the artifact, but he believed that with time, his ancient ruler of heavenly flames would surpass even the might of an immortal artifact. The 9 fish playing with Dragon Array should already have activated the 5 fish technique. Even for a 6-star Do-D, dealing with the 5 fish would be quite a challenge. But you're different. You possess the Heaven-Eyed Fish Clan's token, the Voice of the Sea. Once you activate the 9 fish playing with Dragon Array, you'll only need to present the Voice of the Sea to the Silver Dragon Guardian, and it will grant you entry into the core of the Xinling Imperial Pool, Yu Xian explained. The Xinling Imperial Pool. Huh? I'm ready, Xiao Yin said, his eyes burning with determination. He continued to question Yu Xian about the details, while his master, the Golden Dragon King, remained relaxed, surveying the surroundings with a lazy demeanor. Why hasn't Xiao Yin returned yet? Could something have happened to him? Mu Yingying anxiously asked, her worry evident. Outside the Silver Dragon platform, the figures of 4 people slowly appeared. Humph! Challenging an opponent comparable to a human 8-star Do-D with only mid-4-star Do-D strength is nothing but seeking death, Xiao Shou snorted coldly, his voice dripping with disdain. You! Mu Yingying's face showed a hint of worry. After all, the 3 of them were all members of the Incense Pavilion. They shared glory and defeat together, never abandoning a companion, much less leaving one behind to face danger alone. This was the first lesson they were taught when they joined the Incense Pavilion. Don't be so anxious. I can still sense Xiao Yan's presence. He should be fine, Mu Feng said calmly, though he clearly found Mu Yingying's volatile emotions somewhat exasperating. Forget it. You can wait as long as you want. We're leaving now, Depeng declared. With that, both Depeng and Xiao Shou began channeling their dou qi, infusing it into the golden fish in their hands. As their dou qi poured into the golden fish, the fish seemed to come alive. Its eyes emitted a powerful and terrifying energy as it slowly swam toward the silver dragon. Strange. Xiao Shou and Depeng clearly shook us off from the beginning and got here first. But why did they only take the one-striped and two-striped golden fish? With their strength, they could have handled the five-striped golden fish. Why? Mu Feng mused aloud as he watched the fish in their hands with growing confusion. Swoosh. On the silver dragon platform, only 4 fish remained without pupils, appearing gray and lifeless. However, as the one-striped and two-striped golden fish with their shining eyes returned to their positions, the silver dragon emitted an overwhelming and terrifying aura. Its strength now rivaled that of a human 5-star dou di. The 2 golden fish swam around, their bodies shimmering with streaks of golden light that continuously radiated outward, converging on the silver dragon. Roar! The next moment, an earth-shattering dragon roar echoed throughout the space. They activated the formation ahead of time. Damn it! Mu Feng cursed under his breath as he swiftly dodged to avoid the incoming danger. Roar! 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 The intense pressure filled the entire space, and the silver dragon slowly descended from the platform, rushing toward Xiao Shou and Depeng with ferocious speed. From the looks of it, entering the Xianling Imperial Pool required passing this silver dragon's test. How dare a mere beast challenge the Xianling royal family? Xiao Shou sneered coldly as he pulled out a strange powder from his hand. Without hesitation, he scattered the powder toward the approaching silver dragon. That powder, why does it smell so familiar? Mu Yingying muttered to herself, dazed as she observed the mysterious substance in Xiao Shou's hand. In the next instant, a faint gray hue appeared in her beautiful eyes, and her body trembled involuntarily. Be careful. That powder seems to be something that messes with the mind. Mu Feng warned Mu Yingying cautiously. Ha ha ha. Silver dragon. Xiao Shou laughed as the powder took effect. He noticed the fiery red glow that suddenly appeared in the eyes of the previously aggressive silver dragon, and his excitement grew. Silver dragon, kill them? Xiao Shou commanded. The silver dragon, seemingly controlled by the mysterious powder, immediately turned its ferocious attention toward Mu Yingying and Mu Feng, charging at them with deadly intent.